Ladies and gentlemen, this is Gashi's Kaman TV. Actually, we are continuing with our series, and today we want to address a very important question. Why is Uhuru referring to Raila as the fifth? And by the fifth, I mean the fifth president. And Uhuru is not just like anybody, it's not just like me and you who can actually throw words anyhow. This is somebody with a lot of information. This is the President of the Republic of Kenya. This is the Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces. This is somebody who is leaving State House in the next 7 months. So when you hear him calling Baba the fifth, he must know something that we don't know. He must know something. He must be having an information that we don't have. So you agree with me that of late, Raila is behaving presidential. If you look at Right Honorable Raila Odinga, you realize that his language has even changed. The language is more presidential. Again, if you look at him, he looks even the body. He looks more energetic. He looks more confident. Actually, it's not like the tired man we used to see in the year 2021, 2020. So Raila has become even very bold. He must be knowing something that we actually don't know also. Then, if you look at their relationship with Uhuru, it is actually very friendly, very brotherly. It is actually on another level. And this must be telling something. So, on the other hand, it is also worth noting that the parties that are actually in Mount Kenya region and other parts of the country, they are not just happening by coincidence. They are not just there. They have been planned with the military precision to ensure that Ruto does not have a way. Ruto does not win in Mount Kenya region and Western and other parts of the country. So, it is also actually worth noting that Raila birthday party was attended by Uhuru Kenyatta. In fact, the guy sneaked at night. And during that time, he is said to have referred to Raila as the fifth. And by the fifth, I also mean the fifth president. And Uhuru actually is preparing Raila for the next bid. He's actually preparing him to be the next occupant in State House. Look at yesterday's meeting at State House. Before and after after Azimio leading MPs started the meeting, and after the meeting, they held a closed-door meeting, the two of them. What they were discussing, only the walls can tell. Uhuru actually introduced Baba to State House yesterday, and actually it's like he was telling people that this is the next person in the next occupant of State House. And ladies and gentlemen, you also agree with me that before Moi left State House, he had to visit Kibaki in London, because Kibaki was hospitalized in London, and he went with his people. And he remember the same Moi is the one who had introduced Uhuru as Kamwana, who was actually to inherit him. But although it did not happen, he knew very well that Kibaki was going to win. And he actually told his people to be in good terms with the Kibaki, because they knew that this is the person who was actually going to win the presidency. And Uhuru and Raila are showing a high level of confidence. And they look happy. You look at them, they look very happy. And this happiness is actually telling. It is actually more telling. On the other hand, if you look at Ruto and his brigade looks very bitter, very vengeful. And Senator Ituri is peeing Ruto's wedding in the Doret Sports Club on Saturday. The Madoadoa remarks, tribal remarks, and their ugly faces, their ugly connotations, and their ugly tones, and their ugly whatever, were actually intended to achieve certain results. This is because Ruto's camp seems to have panicked. They seems to be very bitter. They have sensed defeat, and they know they will be defeated. And this has made them look very desperate, even campaigning at night in darkness. And this is because they are trying to salvage the situation. They are very much aware that Raila is supposed to be the next president. And so what they are trying to do is just to spoil the party. They know they cannot win. If you look at Raila's security details, it is actually very telling. It is now more advanced even than that of the DP. This is because the intelligence knows very well that he is the next president and he has to be protected at all costs. The intelligent people should do anything, they will do anything to protect this man, because if anything happens to him, this can bring a lot of instability. Interestingly, Raila is ahead of Ruto in Mount Kenya. The situation is, he seems to have completely vanquished Ruto in Mount Kenya region. And then when you look at the story of the 3 blind mice, that is those in Oka, they seem to have been rendered irrelevant. It's like they have lost it actually. They have become completely irrelevant. With or without them, Raila has taken it. Uhuru is behind many things that are happening. And this did not happen yesterday. And when you saw him going to Raila, he knew what he was doing. Though many people did not understand the meaning of handshake. So he has been trying to ensure that Raila actually becomes the 5th president of the Republic of Kenya. Ruto will end up having a handful of MPs from Mount Kenya, and actually in the parliament, he may not even have more than 5 MPs in Mount Kenya region. And he will be left with so many Kalenjin parties, that is MPs. And the Skyman TV can only watch and wait for the most interesting times ahead as Baba prepares to enter State House with a loud bang. And if you have just bumped to this channel for the first time, this is Skyman TV. Please subscribe. Just take a minute, subscribe, and enjoy the day. Thank you.